What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 4 of our Pokemon Z walkthrough. In the previous episode, we made our way through the Slope Forest, which was quite a long journey. We ended up bumping into Team Azoth and defeated one of their members named Nubila. We also arrived in College Town, which is the town we are currently at, a small lumber town, where we took on our rival Chrysanto for another battle. We defeated Chrysanto and found out that Team Azoth is still working on their experiments and they're testing them on humans. They're making like a potion to bring back people's youth. So we are going to try and find out more information about Team Azoth and try and stop them. Looks like they are up to no good. Currently, we are just exploring the rest of College Town. There are a couple items and things to pick up around here. We had a quick look at the map and it looks like we can head east or west, but a larger route lies on the west. We'll just pop over and see if there is anything on the eastern side. It looks like there was a little path there, so we'll go make our way through there and see where it leads. If we can't go through there, we'll just head west and continue on with the route. We enter the winding woods, and as we're about to proceed, we get blocked by some kind of force field. It seems the spirits of the woods will not allow us to pass through. So that is pretty creepy. We obviously have to come back there later on in the game. But now we're going to head over to the western side and chat to a few people in this room, and then head over to Route 5, which means a brand new route and brand new Pokemon to encounter. We have a quick look at our Pokecompass, and there are some interesting Pokemon here. I am a big fan of Squirtle and Toxel, so if any of those Pokemon interest you, you might want to spend a bit of time here. It looks like we've also found the daycare, which is pretty cool, and we have also found an Alpha Den. We've just encountered a wild Tinkatink, which is a fairy and steel type. I absolutely love Tinkatink, so we are going to try and catch it and add it to our collection. We weaken Tinkatink and throw out a Pokeball, and it does the trick. We catch Tinkatink and add it to our collection. We also pick up a super potion, and then we decide to take on the Alpha Nest Pokemon, which is a level 22 Lickitung. As you guys know, you cannot catch these Pokemon, but after defeating them, they will leave you with a plate. There are 18 plates in total for each Pokemon type, and if you collect all 18 plates, it will allow you to summon the legendary Pokemon Arceus later on in the game. Well, at least that's what I believe. So do try and take on all the Alpha Nests that you come across. Try and find all 18. It will save you a lot of time later on in the game. We enter the daycare and chat to some of the people hanging out here. And we are going to leave one of our Pokemon here to get slowly trained up. We also receive the incubator, which will allow us to keep eggs. So we drop off Rattata at the Pokemon daycare. That should slowly get leveled up. And here we find the new regional variant Cubone playing on a swing. It is a Pokemon I am interested in, so hopefully we can encounter one in the wild soon. I want to try and add it to our team. But now we reach the next section of the route. We pick up a couple berries, and it looks like a bit of a maze. There are some bridges that we can cross on little balancing beams. We head down south and find a Source Buck statue, which is pretty weird. I've got no idea what that's about, but there is also a little area where you can use rock climb going down. So I think rock climb is going to be an important move to learn. We're going to have to backtrack all the way to where we started and explore all the areas with rock climb. It seems like we have found a lot of areas where you can actually use rock climb. We explore some of the areas crossing the little balancing beams. We collect more items. We still don't have HM Cut, so I think we might have to go back and complete a little side quest. I think maybe in the second town there was something that we missed. but we will continue on until it's absolutely necessary. I did say in a previous video that we'll try and dedicate one video to completing a whole bunch of side quests. But it looks like we have reached quite an important area. It looks kind of like a cemetery or something. We find Melia, our rival here, and there are 4 statues of all the kings. So we're going to take on Melia for a battle now and see if she's got any new Pokemon. So the first Pokemon she sends out is a level 21 Floetta. So her Flabébé has finally evolved. And it knocks out our Braixen, which is pretty surprising. We send out Ghastly next to try and finish it off. And it looks like Ghastly's done it, so at least we've got that Pokemon out the way. Melia has gotten a lot stronger, and our Ghastly has just learned a new attack. The next Pokemon that Melia sends out is Frogadier, so it looks like her Froakie has also evolved, but our Ghastly just one-shots it, so we're in good stead. And the final Pokemon she sends out is a Munna, so that looks like it's her latest Pokemon that she's added. We knock out Munna and defeat Melia, and our Shinx has just evolved into Luxio. So that was a nice little battle. It was easier than I was expecting. Ghastly has definitely saved us a couple of times already. But whilst proceeding on, we meet a strange man, and he tells us a bit more about the history of the region and the kings. There is also a little side quest to do here, where you have to go and read about all the kings, or 4 of them. There are little scriptures that you can read, and it tells you useful information. And then there is a blind person that we meet that asks us some questions on it. We are going to give you guys the answers, so we'll give you the answer 1, 2, or 3, 1 being at the top and 3 being at the bottom. And there are 4 questions. The first question, the answer is 2. The second question is 3. The third question is 1, and the fourth question is 3. If you get all of those correct, she will leave the area and head off to the next town. And I believe you will be able to relearn moves if you get all of that correct. So if you do have any moves that you want to teach your Pokemon that you missed out on, you will be able to do that in the next town. We pick up another alchemy page and head up north. And we have arrived in Olea City. I am super excited to explore this new city, and I believe the second Regent might be here. So if we can earn a second gym badge in today's episode, that will be absolutely amazing. We start exploring some of the houses in Olea City. It looks like there's also a little cafe here. So we're going to come and explore the cafe, and it's actually a super important place. If you guys are wanting the starting Kanto Pokemon, Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur, you can actually trade for them here in the cafe. So come and chat to all the people. They'll show you which Pokemon they are wanting. And in exchange, you can get Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. I know they are massive fan favorites. So there you have it. If you want to add those 3 Pokemon to your team, you've got to go Pokemon hunting. We head into the Pokemon Center and heal up our team and stock up on a couple items. Our team was in bad shape. And there's also a notice board here in the Pokemon Center, which I didn't notice. So if you go and read the notice board, it will show you all your outstanding side quests. So we are going to use that in a future episode when we try and complete all the side quests that we have missed. So we will dedicate a whole video to that, probably when we are around halfway through the game. That notice board in the Pokemon Center is going to help us a lot. We're going to know exactly where to go for all of the side quests. But we continue on exploring, and we seem to find a theme of this town. We chat to a guy who wants some money, and he offers us a tip for the next region battle. So we give him the money, and he tells us that the region leader's strongest Pokemon is a Ghost Steel type. So that's pretty interesting. I'm not sure what Pokemon that might be, but at least we are getting some information. And like I was saying, it does seem like there's a theme to this town. There's a lot of artists here. We find some artists painting, And I think there's also a theater here or something. We find the building where the second Regent is, but we're first just going to explore the last few areas before we go and enter. And it looks like we've also found a massive chateau. So we're going to try and explore that too. It looks like it could take us a while. It looks like quite a mansion. And there is a little grassy area with an item here. So let's have a quick look which Pokemon can be found in this little area. There might be a cool Pokemon or two for us to catch. There is also one last house that we're exploring, so we do find a little berry in the trash can. And there's also a girl wanting to trade you a Riolu. So if you're wanting to add a Lucario to your team, you might want to go and make that trade. It seems like there are lots of cool trades to make in this town. You can get Riolu and Squirtle, Charmander and Bulbasaur. We enter the chateau, but we are not allowed to proceed until we have defeated the second Regent. So that means it's time. We enter the Pokemon Bastion or the Pokemon Gym, and it seems to be a massive theater. There's a stage here, and we meet Hisopo, who is the second Regent leader, and apparently she's orchestrating some kind of show for everyone. So there is a stage, and it looks like she needs some help, so we might have to go and perform on the stage too. If you do get a question wrong, you will get dropped down to the basement. So she asks us a question whilst we are helping out, and we choose love, which seems to be the wrong answer. A trap door opens and we fall to the basement. I wasn't expecting that. But in the basement, there's a bit of a puzzle. So it looks like we're in the catacombs again. We might have to figure our way through. It's kind of like a maze, and there are a couple trainers here to battle along the way too. So you just have to try and explore different routes until you work your way out. There are 3 or 4 trainers to battle down here, and if you find the trainers, that's a good sign that you're heading in the right direction. So just try and encounter some of the trainers. It took us a little while to work our way through it, but it wasn't all that tricky, and the trainers were not too tough. So just follow my path, even though it's a bit of a run around. Once you have defeated the 4 trainers and make your way back out again, then the Regent leader will agree to battle you. We just pick up a bone powder item, which is pretty interesting, and we take on yet another trainer. And yes, we have figured our way back out. We are back upstairs, and Hisopo is really shocked to see that we made it out. He does agree to take us on for a battle now, so he goes over to the battle area. And it seems like he might use a lot of ghost-type Pokemon. I'm getting the ghost-type theme in this building. We also got that tip that his strongest Pokemon is a ghost and steel type. So let's face the Shadow of the Opera and see if we can get our second badge. It looks like he's only got 3 Pokemon, which is a good sign. And the first Pokemon he sends out is Lampent, a fire and ghost type. Our Braixen is doing pretty well, but he swaps out his Pokemon and swaps in a Mischievous, which is a ghost and fairy type. Our Pikachu one-shots it, and the next Pokemon he sends out is Cofagrigus, which is at level 24, and this is a new regional variant, so I wasn't expecting that. It looks like it's a ghost and steel type, so that must have been the strongest Pokemon that the guy mentioned. So we're going to have to try and get this Cofagrigus out the way. It is a really strong Pokemon. Unfortunately, our Braixen got knocked out, so we might have to try and revive him. But we send out Ghastly next, and Ghastly knocks out Cofagrigus. So we got the strongest Pokemon out the way. And now the last thing to do is finish off Lampent. We have done it and defeated Hisopo, and our Ghastly is evolving. We've just got a brand new Haunter, and Ghastly was definitely a main player in that battle. It helped us out a lot. So Hisopo gifts us the Spectre badge, our second badge. That was a lot of fun, and it was cool to see the new regional variant for Cofagrigus. That might be a cool Pokemon to add to your team. We get gifted a few items to boost our Pokemon stats and head out, where we find our rivals Crescento and Melia. We also find Professor Olafia here, who invites us to the chateau. Apparently there's a big gala going on there, and she wants us to try and find out some information. There are going to be some important people at this event. So she tells us that we're going to have to dress up and go and do some explorations. This sounds super exciting, but we're going to keep that for the next episode. Thanks for watching.